Hello everybody and welcome to Omega with Fox's channel. I am Omega, otherwise known as a Zero Night Owl on Steam. So I'm making a Stellaris video mainly to teach people how to play the game. I've played with many friends and a lot of people, and they don't really show you a very good tutorial, I think. And I feel like that needs to be something that just to help people know how to play the game. Like, I was playing with a friend last night, and he didn't know how to play the game. So I'm gonna play it basically with no mods. The only one I have is a Halo mod, so this is the Covenant species. I'm gonna pick them. But so let's see how. That's fine. So when you start off, you get this. It pops up. There's three little ticks on here. Grab them. Grab the. I would suggest getting the engineering facility, biolab, and solar panels. And then the game is paused like this. You start off in this system. You have a fleet. If I go to it, pretty cool looking ships. These are Covenant class corvettes. Then those some out of that. Grab the science ships. This is the main ship you need to go anywhere. That's a construction ship, long ship. That's this is the science ship. Okay. So this science ship you have to use to basically scan everything. Now there's two ways you can scan things. You can either take every system and hit survey, and it will survey that little place, or you could right click and hit survey system and it'll survey everything here. Or you can do number three technically, and hit, zoom out of the map pressing E and hit survey system. It'll survey that whole system, and you can hold down the shift key and then press a right click on your mouse and you can survey system. And this is how you can survey a lot easier, a lot faster. So let me just do this here. Okay. Now if you scroll with the mouse wheel, you can zoom out. This is the whole galaxy map. Okay, and that's my little territory. This is a really big map. I'm hoping not to find anyone because I'm trying to show the mechanics of the game. So I'm gonna unpause and speed it up. This is how you speed up the game. You can go really fast or you can go super slow. I would not recommend doing super slow because nothing happens. So I would suggest playing at a fast speed. That usually gets things going a lot faster, and just the game goes by so much. There's so much more that happens when it's going on fast. I'm gonna play on fastest though, just to try to show the game mechanics a lot easier. So once you get okay, that's gonna take forever, but I can show you the ship designer. I can't do anything yet with the ship designer because I don't have any guns or armor or shields unlocked. But when you but to get to it, you go to more and you grab ship designer, or you can do press F10 and that will also open it up. And then that's all the ships you have, and then you have a defense platform, which is kind of interesting. I have two little stations for my defense platform. Interesting. But this is how you upgrade your stuff. So I don't have anything, so I can't really do anything now. But this is still stock. I'm going with lasers because I'm the Covenant. If you ever played Halo, you would understand why they have lasers. Though alien species, they have to have lasers. I don't know, but let's see what. Okay, I guess I can show some military things. So this is your military fleet. This is the starting fleet you start out with. You start out with 3 ships, usually if you aren't playing it with any mods. You start with those 3 ships. And also, just what just popped up before I closed the screen, that was a random pop-up that always pops up whenever you get a event that happens. I believe if I go to situation log, yeah, mass extinction through the ages. This is a event that pops up, and you can scan these different planets to find out, or to try to help your planet to not get extinguished, I guess. Then this is an anomaly that pops up that your science ships usually find. These pop up pretty often during the early mid game. They'll stop popping up at the end game because everything's usually scanned by then, and they only pop up when you scan stuff. So best thing to do whenever something pops up like this, if it's an anomaly level 2 and you are level 2, you have usually a failure risk of 20%. That's perfectly fine. Most time you'll succeed. Every now and then your scientists suck terribly and they'll fail, which has happened to me several times. But it should be fine. Just hit research, and your science ship will automatically start researching that anomaly. And then so you have the world survey. This is something that's probably always gonna pop up for you. But it's basically, it's kind of like a quest as much as a research. It gives you influence. Like you could either grab this and it'll give you 2 influence, or you could hit the commendable initiative and click that, and that will give you to after you scan a couple of planets, it'll give you some research points in the end, which is kind of nice. Holy tempo.
System survey.
So that's that. Okay, so what just popped up was this traditions available. When you click that, 7 traditions pop up. Expansion, domination, prosperity, harmony, supremacy, diplomacy, discovery, and then there's these ascension pokes. What do you do on here is, I would say always go for expansion first. This helps out when you colonize planets. So basically after this pops up 2 more times, you can grab colonization fever, which basically makes your capital buildings produce unity, which makes this go by faster. And then you grab a new life, which gives you additional pop whenever you colonize a planet. And then also it has a modifier when you grab it. Colony development speed increased by 100%. It also helps. And then, so right after I got that research, an improved spaceport pops up. This pops up very often. If you ever want to expand your ships to have better ships, you grab this. This is very helpful. This usually pops up every other research. Since for demonstration, I'll pick it now, just to prove my point. And then fusion reactors is pretty helpful. This is a reactor that goes on your ships. So whenever you have whenever you have shields and really big guns and stuff, you need to power those guns with these fusion reactors. And reactors get better over time. Another research will pop up. If you keep doing these kind of researches, the next reactor will pop up, and you can research that, and then the next one, and the next one. Same thing with this. After I'm done researching this, there's a 70% chance that the destroyer upgrade will pop up right after this one. Sometimes it won't, and you pick something else, but it'll pop up right after that one. So if it doesn't pop up after this research is done, the next research after that research, usually it pops up. So you shouldn't have any problem in getting to destroyers, and then cruisers, and then battleships, and etc. Now on the base game, the highest ships you can get is battleships, but you can modify them to being like aircraft carriers, or artilleries. So you can mess with them.
Research complete.
And okay. Anyway, I'm totally went off topic of what I was trying to talk about. So the military fleet, there are all these different buttons though that do all kinds of different things. There's like disband, which basically deletes your ships. There's go to, which basically sends your camera looking at them, and you can, you know, zoom in and watch them shoot enemy ships or whatever, which is pretty cool. And then there's a rally point. All of your ships will automatically join this fleet whenever you make something. So if I let's say go here, make a Corvette. After this Corvette gets done, it's gonna automatically join this fleet. So in a second here.
Construction complete.
See, it joins this fleet. Now it's 4 ships instead of 3, all in one group. Now if I wanted to split that, I could easily go to split fleet on bottom hill. There's transfer ships and split fleet. You could do either one. It doesn't really matter. The only difference is if you hit split fleet. If you hit split fleet, it'll basically cut it in half. So it'll be 2 and 2. If you just want one ship gone, you hit transfer ships and you just click one. And now you have 3 fleets. You have 1 ship, another ship, and 2 ships. Now, if let's say you want to group all 3 of them together, all 3 fleets, you can make a box like that, or you could click one and hold down the shift key, click all 3 like that. And then on the top left here, right above the flag, is a merge option. This will basically merge all 3 ships together. Okay, it will merge 2 of the 3 fleets together. You have to push it again to get all 3 of them together. So that Unity research finished, so I grabbed the first one here. This helps for expanding. I'm gonna pick up another science ship. It helps when you have 2. And it also helps if your one science ship is actually doing something. He's already scanned that. Let's go survey those.
Construction complete.
Systems. Okay. Now, let's grab him. Okay, another thing. Science ships, they always need needles in them for them to work properly. So you have to hit sign needle and you recruit a new one. You can only have up to 10 until you can get a technology that increases your leader cap. You can either, there are several ways to increase your leader cap. You can do it when you make your species. You can have an extra leader spot. Mods also help in getting more leader spots. But if you're trying to play without mods or not that many, you start out with max 10. So try to not max out, because it kinda prohibits you from making more like admirals or generals or governors. So there's three scientists that usually pop up. They all have different abilities and they're different in age. Gigantic skeletons. Whenever this certain event pops up, gigantic skeleton, this is an event that can actually help you get dinosaurs. Amazingly enough, you can actually get dinosaurs in this game. I know, it's like, what? I never knew you could get dinosaurs in a space-related game, but yes, you can. One of my friends have done it. I haven't done it yet because I've basically, every time I get this upgrade or this research, I'm always a hive mind and I just eat everything. So, but if you research this, you will eventually, certain events pop up with gigantic skeletons, and you can potentially get a research that will let you make dinosaur armies. Or basically. So that's something that's pretty interesting.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Anyway, back to the topic of what I was just saying. Hopefully, I'm speaking clearly. I tend to talk too fast, and some people can't understand what I'm saying. But I'm hoping I'm speaking clearly enough. So, anyway, back to what I was saying about this. So, 3 scientists pop up with different abilities. One has a survey speed of 25%. One has a research speed that just went downhill. Sometimes scientist dies, so every month it changes usually. So this person has a research speed industry of 15%, and this person has research speed in computing. So he's a scientist that's going to be going around, so I'm going to pick survey speed. The other 2 are mainly for people that are researching technologies. So I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to click on that to grab him as a captain. And these guys are the ones that if they die on you, you want to replace them with like bonuses like research speed or research speed industry kind of thing. So I'm gonna click this, and let's see how. Mass extinction. Okay, so that was one of the planets that was on that event. Oh, mass extinction. Okay. Yeah, growth speed. This helps in making your pops grow faster. And then I'm gonna grab the physics lab. So, skip this, got that.
Research complete.
Oh, got that research done. So, instantly it doesn't pop up like I was thinking it possibly would. Only pop up these 3 choices. You can get armor for your ships. This helps against basically, it's armor. I mean, it'll stop bullets from hitting your ship as fast. Lasers actually go straight through armor, but they are terrible against shields. Just to give you a heads up. Mass drivers are great against shields, but don't actually go through armor that well. And then missiles go through everything. So, but as much as missiles go through everything, they can get shot down by point defense. So I'm gonna grab this powered exoskeletons. This helps my army by 5% in damage, and it gives me a 5% in minerals for all of my pop that are working on mining stations or mining networks or whatever. And that's another event. Okay, so let's see here. So I have my new science ship. I'm gonna get him to scan. Let's see, he's scanning over there. So I'm gonna grab you and get you scanned this way. And you will survey all of these planets over here, or systems. So you can keep doing this, but eventually it'll stop. Like, let's see here. How many can I do? Okay, so I can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can get up to 12 scans. Oh, 13 scans. 12 to 13 scans before, it won't let me grab anymore. I mean, I can hit survey system and nothing pops up. Because it only can do so many per system. So that's the max you can do. There's probably a mod that fixes that, but that's the modding community. They've done all kinds of things on this game. So, okay, next thing, construction ships. They aren't totally useless now. There are things on here. There's energy, minerals, and research points, society research points. So, the construction ship, you can either go inside here, same as a science ship. You can go here and right click and to build a mining station, or you can enter orbit of that area to make a mining station, or you can zoom out, right click, and either make a mining build all the mining stations in the area, or build a research station. Or build a frontier outpost which doesn't do anything in your territory because you already claimed that area. So it's not, don't do it. Just do either mining stations or research stations. So I'm gonna grab that, I'm gonna grab that. So now he's gonna start construction mining stations in that system. So let's see, where is he now? First he's making a mining station here. So this is the station that he's making. He's sitting here. And after he's done with that one, he'll move on to this planet to make another mining station over there. Grab this. Terraforming is super helpful to terraform any planet that is in the system. So I can't colonize any of these planets, but there's this planet here that's a 12 tile road, and this one that's a 20. I'm gonna grab that one. But 1 second here. Also, another thing that also helps for solving systems and stuff is this automated exploration protocol. This helps out so much. It gives you this micromanagement. Because once you get this research done, your science ships, they have these two grayed out options on the bottom here. One's automatic exploration and one's assist research. Once that research is done, this automatic exploration will not be grayed out anymore, and you can click on that. And that basically lets your ship just go through the entire galaxy, scanning every single system that it can do. If there's a pirate fleet though, it's gonna try to evade, so shouldn't have to worry about that. So anyway, let's do next. So I have these space modules now for my space station. There's the solar panel network, orbital hydroponic farms, and covert assembly yards. This one's grayed out because I have to upgrade my station to get that. But I'm gonna grab the solar panel networks first. And I found someone. That's not good. They won't find anyone, but found someone. Oh wait, no, that's the space rails. Okay, never mind. They are harmless giants that fly around the galaxy. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh right, I was making a solar panel network. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm actually gonna make a colony ship. There's two ways you can make get this research done. So you can either click on the continental world that you want to grab. You click that, see all of these tile blocks. Looks pretty good. Click planet summary and hit colonize. Then from here, any space station you have will pop up. You'll click that, and it costs 500 minerals to make a space station. Oh, not space station, a colony. And you just click the little planet with the flag, and you place down the colony. Best place to do it is in a place that doesn't have any resources on it. That way you can get that resources easier, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna grab ion thrusters. Oh no, I guess I could talk about robots. So robots, actually, you know what? I'll grab them. Robots are another helpful way of expanding your empire. They can basically colonize anything, because robots don't worry about crap that happens. They can go through any harsh weather and be perfectly fine. However, robots do have their limits. This is the modifier they have. Habitability is 200%. They don't care about the weather. They take up engineering output. Actually, no, they take up energy to get made. They have a maintenance of 1 energy, which kinda sucks if you are low on energy. Like, I'm only making a positive of 3 energy right here. I'm only making 3 energy, so it's not the smartest idea to make robots at this time until you're making a ton of energy. Like, if you're in like a class 100 or something like that, then it doesn't matter. You're never gonna run out. But then they produce just 10% to minerals, so they're great at mineral production, and that's about it. They're terrible on research, so minus 80% on that, and they're fine on food. You can make them harvest food. They're all tech trees that go down to robots that makes them think for themselves. That's a terrible idea. Don't do it. Unless you want to have robots running your empire. So let's grab this. Automated dreadnought. Okay, now these are Leviathans that pop up. Where is it? So this is a dreadnought. This is one of the Leviathans. If you have the Leviathan DLC, it'll pop up on your map. Different Leviathans pop up per game session. They aren't always going to be in your game. Let me pause the game here so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so this right here is the Leviathan. It's an automated dreadnought. It will kill everything that is in its system. It basically helps this one system. It's never going to leave the system. It's always just going to be floating around there, protecting the planets it has. And so there are 2 planets it's protecting. In order to kill this thing, you need a 20 plus K fleet, which means 20,000 fleet power to kill something like this. Sometimes even more. This thing is really... it blows up everything. Now, I've heard from several people that it's better to attack something like this with a lot of small ships. A lot of cost-efficient ships that don't cost a lot to remake. That is partially true. I would suggest doing that with all the non-cost efficient ships be up in the front, and then have all your battleships and stuff, because most likely you'll have battleships before you take on this dreadnought to be in the back bombarding it. There is a mod that lets you take these ships over. Like once you destroy the ship, there'll be like a research tech that will pop up and will let you remake the dreadnought for yourself. That is one of the mods out though, which is pretty nice. I've never done it, but I've seen other people do it in the past. But on this, I believe you only can destroy it. I don't think you can actually take it over on the base game without mods. But you're playing a mod. Of course I'm playing mod. This mod that I'm playing with right now, it's just a Covenant mod. It adds the UNSC, it adds the Covenant, it adds the Flood. I think it adds Flood. I'm not entirely sure, I've never seen it. But I'm pretty sure it adds the Flood too. But they basically populate part of this galaxy. That's if they spawned in. Sometimes they don't spawn in. I have unemployed. Okay, another thing I should probably go over. There's all of these tile blocks on your home system. You click on them and you hit kill. It's very simple. It does cost some minerals and some energy to clear the tile, but it helps. So you can have more pop on your system. And then to gain energy, have your pop on these energies and make a power plant. It produces more energy and you don't have to worry about energy. Then let's see here. Physics. Make a basic science lab for whenever there's like blue, which is physics, green is society, and orange is engineering. Engineering is for like ships and stuff. It helps. Sometimes this will pop up. There'll be like 2 minerals and 2 food. Best to go with, I would usually go with minerals because I like having lots of minerals getting made every month, but I have +0 in food. So, I'm gonna grab food. Actually, I'm just gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna get this done and then I'm gonna transfer over. Oh, my colony got finished. Okay, so let's see here. Colonies. So now I spawn in with 2 pop instead of just having 1 on the capital complex. We'll grab you and put you on food, because I need food. And I'm gonna make a hydroponics farm. Also, my construction ship needs to make stuff. It shouldn't be doing nothing. Go make mining stations. And no mining stations. And someone died. That's not good. Oh, he got switched out. Okay, never mind. All of these pop-ups should usually pop up. In the beginning, they'll tend to not pop up later in the game. Just gonna go with him. Okay. So now, this pops up. So eventually you will start to get like energy grids and power plants that pop up. They are super helpful for getting more energy, but I'm gonna go with deflectors because I want to have some defense on my ships. So gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna grab the alien zoo. I think. Yeah, I don't have any fleet, so gonna do that. Lucky find. Oh, I have automatic exploration. So now I can click this and it'll automatically explore every single system you can find. Okay. So let's see, what else? Okay. So once you make a science lab and you hit this little upgrade building, I've researched all three of these building upgrades in the tech tree. So they'll pop up Biolab 1, Engineering Facility, and Physics Lab. Now I have this basic science lab on a extra physics research. You could grab an engineering research, a biolab research, and they'll give you a plus 2 in that. But I usually stick with going down the same tree that the physics has. So this is already had a plus 1 in physics, so it's plus 2. Grab this, we'll have plus 3. It just helps. And then this one has Biolab 2, so I'm gonna grab Biolab 1. Hopefully this isn't confusing. Smooth you up a hill. Grab a farm. Grab you, put you up hill. Grab a mining network. Okay. So, this pops up usually. After you get a second planet, it usually pops up. This is the birth of space piracy. Something so terrible. But it's not really that bad. Usually, if you have a decent sized fleet, you can stop the pirates from attacking you. So, in any second now, a pirate fleet is gonna pop up. I'm gonna make a no COVID. So I'm gonna pause the game. Okay, this is 160 fleet power. This is the pirate fleet. 4 ships. I have 4 ships in my fleet. I can do several of 2 things. I could either attack now and possibly lose because they have a higher fleet power than I do. Or I wait till my ship gets made, and then I have a bigger fleet power and more ships to fight him with. But another thing I can do to upgrade my fleet power is grab a admiral. The admiral will give me better damage to my ships, either with weapon range plus 20%, leader lifespan, and these 2 don't really matter. This one is good. Let's grab this. So now the fleet power goes up to 160. Because he gives a small bonus to my ships that are in my fleet. That is still not enough. That's 160.27. I could probably win, but I'm gonna wait till my other culprit gets made. It's just about done. Okay, now I'm at 200. Let's go and attack these pirates. So they're knocking out one of my mining stations. They're gonna probably knock it out before I get there. Because it takes time for them to get there. I'm gonna slow down the speed so I can watch this. Okay, so this is what happens during a battle. They start to exchange fire. And I lost a ship. I'm winning this, right? Yeah. So they're using health. I'm using health. So this is what happens usually. This is pretty good to watch. Okay, so I lost a COVID in that battle, and my ships are damaged. So my hull points aren't very good anymore. They aren't gonna heal, so usually I hit this button on the bottom hill. These two are usually grayed out, but since my ships are damaged, this one pops up. It says Repair Fleet. You click that, and your ships will automatically go back to your space station to heal. You research that. So, that was the pirates. Now, usually they don't attack you again, unless you have a another empire that is right next to you that also have space pirates, and they don't take care of the space pirates, then they usually attack you. But also, if you don't destroy the pirate space station that usually spawns in somewhere around your territory line, it should be either hill, over hill. One of these areas most likely has a space pirate station. That does spawn in pirate ships every now and then. Usually it takes like a decade for it to spawn in, but it will spawn in another pirate fleet eventually, probably. I don't know, it may never happen. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, never mind. There it is. There's the pirate fleet. The pirate station. 87. Still asteroid base. Actually looks kinda cool, I have to admit. Looks kinda cool. It'd be fun trying to make something like that on Space Engineers. Off topic though. Okay. So I'm gonna get my ships healed. They are healing right now. That's 70%. You can tell by that they're healing by these green healing icons. They are healing. I'm gonna grab another Corvette. Which I'm gonna grab 2, and then I'm gonna upgrade my space station. So they usually pop up in this tree hill. So getting made. Gonna speed up the time. Get them built a little bit faster. So I don't want this video to be too long for you guys, but I'm just trying to go over everything that a new person needs to know that plays this game. So let's see how. Okay, they got made. I'll grab this. Okay, so my fleet got made. I'm gonna go attack that pirate station. And my science ship got finished. Okay, you automatic explorer. Get out of my sight. Alien zoo. Okay. And okay. How many mountains do I have on my system? I have 4. Okay.
Construction complete.
Grab that. Research speed. I got research speed. So something that popped up, I kind of clicked out of it, was these factions. Factions are what, in almost every empire you play, if it's not a hive mind, it's not gonna matter. But if you're anything that isn't a hive mind, you have to worry about factions. Factions is a see this shores pop up. Factions is a thing in the game that kinda makes you have to worry about politics a lot more. How far are you? You. Come back over here and research this. And you heal. So there's two factions right now. They tend to go with more different kinds of factions later on. But they have these different issues that pop up. Border expansion, traditional supremacy, strong alone, Leviathan Slayer. This one has life organic, price, polity, homogeneity, embattled minority, and that. Harmony traditions, okay. Best to try to appease them as much as possible. They are the bread and butter of your empire. If they are mad at you, they will give you less resources. So like these two people, they're kind of not happy. They're at 37.5% in happiness. That means they won't give you as much as you want them to give you. Basically like that. Like I'm supposed to be making 2 minerals out of this pop right now. And I'm making 2 minerals out of this pop because it's not that bad. Because I have the powered exoskeletons that gives me a positive 5%. Now since I have a mining station, I'm making 3. But if I didn't have this powered exoskeleton, I would not be making my 3 minerals every month out of this mining network. Oh, my Admiral gained a trait. When your Admiral gets into battles, he tends to level up and he gets these traits. Fleet logistics trait. So now he has fleet logistics, which ships upkeep by minus 10%. That is super helpful. And weapon range. Traditions. Okay. Research speed. Let's grab power plants. Okay. Now, something that I haven't done yet. In this, I can upgrade my ships. So this is my Corvette and get blue lasers. These are much better. They do more damage. So compared to the red lasers that you spawn in with, they do, for small guns, they do 7 to 11 damage. And they ignore 15% armor, and they aren't as good, and they have minus 20% against shield damage. Now you get the blue lasers. They do 8 to 12 damage. That's way more than 7 to 11. It's only 1 or 2 difference. Then their range is better, I believe. No? Same range. Okay. But basically they do a little bit more damage, so it helps. Okay. Now I have better reactors. I'm gonna put a level 2 hill, level 2 hill. I'm gonna take that one out, and I'm gonna add deflectors. Actually, no. I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, so now I have deflectors, which is basically the basic shields that you can get. I'm gonna auto upgrade that and hit yes. Also auto complete view. There we go.
System survey complete.
Okay, let's see here, what do I have next? Border range helps you with your border and expansion. Naval capacity gives you higher pop for your fleet. And these are tile blockers, which in this case would give you the ability to remove these 2 tile blocks. Which seems kind of helpful. So, and it's only 17 months compared to the other one that's 25. Okay, so let's see how. Grab this. This is my science ship. Like I'm not. No, research that first. Okay. Construction ship. What's this? Bad.
System survey complete.
Bad. Bad. Okay. Okay, this is my destroyer. Okay, that's gonna take a while. So now, basically, this is like how the game goes on. I need a planetary administration. 5 pop. Okay. See, now the next reactor popped up. And these are the center point defense. I'm not gonna grab this just quite yet. Grab this. This will help my colony speed, so I can make another
Complete.
cannon. Faster, stronger, better.
Special project.
I'll just grab you. Colonize. Now they're in a very good spot for this because there's always these nice research. You just grab the hill. It'll be fine.
Research.
Another research then. Atmospheric manipulation. I'm not gonna grab this, mainly because I'm gonna get this terraforming thing off the after my Unity. After I get this one in 44 months, I'll be getting this Galactic Ambition. After this expansion tree is done, I can access this Ascension Poke. So Ascension Pokes give you these really nice bonuses, I guess I should say, which gives you the ability to make ginormous structures, as in habitat, ring roads,
Complete.
Sentry arrays, science nexus, Dyson sphere. All of those are mega structures. They are ginormous and cost a ton of resources. Those are like super helpful in the end game kind of thing. This core systems gives you +5 and planets you can colonize. Research speed +10%. Photo range. This road shaper. This is what
System survey complete.
basically helps you in terraforming planets. This is what I want. And I just grabbed another planet, so that went up. Okay. So let's see. Let's upgrade you guys.
Upgraded.
Did I ever get the destroyers? No, I didn't. 19 months. 18 months. What to do?
Anomaly found.
Research that. Okay, so this is basically it. I mean, I don't want to make this into like a ginormous story or whatever of the Covenant. This is just to help you guys figure out the game. So that is all the basics of the game mechanics. If I miss anything, please just comment below, and I'll try to get back to you and maybe work on, like, showing you how to do that specific thing in the next video if I make another one. I don't know how good I did in this video. Yeah, just please leave me some feedback, and I will either make another video like this, or I'll maybe go and do a playthrough. Maybe just make a playthrough out of this, because this is pretty fun. This game does take lots of time. If you play on fastest, you could probably finish the game in a day, but it's a day, yeah. So, okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching my video. I hope this helps you out in Stellaris gameplay mechanics. And just knowing how to play the game and not having to worry about energy or minerals. I'm actually minus in food right now. Oh, my destroyers got built. Okay. So.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, you can pause this. Okay. Stop distracting me. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you guys liked it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to see more of this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.